This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your online presence. We're on board Royal Caribbean's Oasis class of ships, the biggest ships in the world, but it's missing something. Do you want to know what it is? We think that Royal Caribbean made a huge mistake with this. Find out what it is in this video. So we're not going to tell you straight away what it is. Let's see if you can guess yourselves. We're going to go sit in a few different places to see if you pick up on it. That'll be really interesting to see if you notice, because you definitely notice it when you're on board the ship. This is really fun. If you do notice, give yourself a brownie point from us and a gold star. Let's go find some other places, shall we? See if we can give it away a little bit more easily. We've came outside to the Central Park area, and wow, it's absolutely beautiful and something that you would never expect to see on a ship, but it's missing something pretty damn big. Even most of the restaurants don't have it. Can you tell yet? And as we're walking further into the Central Park, none of these cabins have it either. Yeah, I've got to say, really do love the Central Park area, but I can give you a couple of tips. So most of the ships have lots of them, and just about everywhere as well. Just about everywhere you look, you will see one, and you'll see this. But what are we missing? Let's go to the next place. Now we're at the very back of the ship on the incredible boardwalk. Now, you would think you would find it here, but you won't unless you really, really go looking for it. And I mean, to the very lengths of the ship to find it. After almost 20 minutes of walking around, I finally found it. You must have guessed by now. Of course, I'm talking about sea views, views of the blooming sea. You would think that on a cruise ship, where you are based on the ocean, where you're purposely choosing to cruise, that there would be actual windows all around the ship, like most of the cruise lines. But no, the Oasis class ships in many ways can feel like a mall. Maybe Las Vegas, something like that, where you are constantly inside. Much of the time you have no idea what time it is, unless you have a watch on you, of course. And you've got no idea what time of day it is as well. Is it sunset? Is it morning? Is it bright sunshine outside or raining? Well, you don't know, because unfortunately, the biggest downfall of the ship, in my opinion anyway, and Royal Caribbean's biggest mistake with this ship, is simply just not putting enough windows on board. Cruising for us is an experience. We adore the sea. We love seeing it all of the time. We like to feel we're at sea. It's one of the things that attract us to cruising, and many other people as well. And it is the strangest sensation. We're on board this ship, Symphony of the Seas, one of the biggest cruise ships in the world, for 12 days. And sometimes it does feel like you get a little bit of cabin fever, and that you need a little bit of vitamin D to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. Now, of course you can do that in the outdoor areas. The Central Park area is outdoors, but again, there is absolutely not one view of the sea whatsoever. The only thing you can see is the sky. Even in all of the bars and restaurants, some of them specialty restaurants, which you have to pay for, there is absolutely no windows whatsoever. So it's very dark and very inward looking. It's a very strange concept to me, because cruisers regularly have windows everywhere. In the restaurants, you'll have big circular windows where you can watch the sunset whilst you're having dinner. The only place you can really do that on this ship are the main dining rooms, but the main dining rooms on board are absolutely blooming gigantic. So unless you're sat very close to a window, you're not going to see anything anywhere. It is the strangest sensation. Royal Caribbean have decided to put the aqua theatre at the back of the ship, which is fine, but then there's these huge nets which cover all of the view, and these giant imposing buildings, so you really can't see much unless you come to the back of the ship. Even here, it is so uninspired. There's absolutely no seating whatsoever. You can't just sit down and relax and enjoy the views, because it is kind of weirdly placed. It's just the two corners where you can see. We built our website using Squarespace, and it saved us so much time and effort. You too can build a beautiful website using Squarespace. It's just so easy. There's loads of customizable templates and dynamic layouts. It takes just minutes to put together pages complete with images, videos, text, and SEO optimization. We used to dread making changes and adding more content. It was always such a faff, but not anymore. Highlights for us are the powerful blogging tools. We can quickly categorize content and engage with our viewers through the comment system. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Ben and David to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And then of course you've got the Royal Promenade, which is one of the biggest areas of the whole ship. It is absolutely huge. It covers over half of the ship with 2 levels of lots of dining places, lots of bars, restaurants, lounges, shopping experiences, and not one single area in that whole huge area has a window. Now you might think, oh my gosh, he's just having a moan. But we're on a blooming cruise ship, guys. It's the most bizarre experience ever that there isn't just one single source of light that looks out on the sea. Now there is a skylight on the roof which looks into Central Park, but once again, the only thing you're going to see are the clouds going by and not one view of the sea. It's so strange to us, it really is. One of the places we do have a view, however, and the cabins are lovely on this ship, is our cabin. So if you have an ocean view cabin, a suite, or a balcony cabin like us, you are going to get some amazing sea views, but who wants to be stuck in the cabin all day? It does feel sometimes like that's where I have to go to see the sea, which is really strange. And then you've got the upper decks as well, and even they don't offer much sea views unless you're stood right at the end. The whole basis of this ship, in my opinion, is that it's very inward looking. So all of the attractions are all inside. It's almost like the ship designers purposely chose to make you look inside rather than looking at the amazing natural scenery, which is free as well. Other ships that we really like the Quantum class ships, they have less windows than we'd like as well, but they still have a lot more views than this ship does. And we really like that about the old classic ships as well. When cruise ships were first being built, they all had beautiful panoramic windows. Now, one of the strange things is that one of the only places which offers amazing sea views on this ship is the suite only area. You have that huge glass windows with beautiful panoramic views, mostly looking in on the ship as well, but you can obviously see the sea. So if you haven't paid huge bucks to get in there, you're really not going to see the sea that much. And as I just said, lots of the cabins are looking inwards as well, even ones with a balcony or window. Because if you have a Central Park view balcony or a boardwalk balcony or window, you're really not going to see that much. It's going to be pretty rubbish, to be fair. We really don't like those cabins because you are directly looking at other people just across from you, so you have very little privacy, which we really like. We love our privacy. It's one thing we love. Now you might be thinking, oh, it doesn't really matter. We can go to our balcony, we can go upstairs and have a look, but it does, because these ships move, and when you're inside in a Vegas-like interior, very inward looking, it's like being in a mall that has movement, and sometimes it can be a little bit disconcerting, especially if you suffer from seasickness or anything like that. It's a very strange experience because you do keep forgetting that you're on a cruise ship. And we don't want to forget that we're on a cruise ship. We absolutely bloomin' love cruise ships. Now, some of the reasons that we think that this is the case is because the ship is incredibly wide, a lot wider than any other ship, so there's a lot more room for the center. One other reason that we think they did this, Royal Caribbean probably made it a purposeful decision because they do want you looking inside. They want you spending money on all of the extra things like the extra dining, extra activities and all of that. So that's probably a reason as well. They just want you to spend more money, which is fine, but I'd like some windows as well, please. Even here on deck 4, which is the entertainment deck, we've got the Jazz Lounge, the Comedy Club, as well as Studio B, which is the ice skating rink arena. Once again, nothing here. Say you're on an Oasis Class ship without saying you're on an Oasis Class ship. Look at this. So yeah, the areas outside are absolutely beautiful. And one thing that we do really love about this type of ship is that there is so much to do on board. So don't put it off because there aren't any windows, because the positives probably do outweigh the negatives, they really do. We love being on these ships, that's why we keep coming back on them. They are magnificent wonders of technology and they are wonders of mechanic. Oh my God, I can't, guys, I give up, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say, that the good, the well made. And luckily in a few places there are windows, yay, thank you so much. It is great to see the sea, it really is. It's one of our favourite things. We love hearing the sea as well. It's our favourite thing about cruising, it really is. Let us know in the comment section below if this would bother you or not. Would you prefer a ship that's more inward looking, or would you prefer a ship with lovely big panoramic windows? Let us know. So we've came to the solarium now, and there are some views, only if you are sat by the windows at the side or the very front. Otherwise it's kind of cut off. And even restaurants like Hooked and the Solarium Bistro, which are up here, which have big windows, don't look out to anything. They're looking into the solarium again, which is very odd. Going down. So to put it into context, there isn't one singular space on the whole ship where you could go inside, sit down, relax, read a book, listen to music and look at sea views, unless you're in a suite. How interesting is that? So there's not one single place on this gigantic, huge monster of the ship where you could do that. That's crazy, isn't it? It really sounds crazy when you say that, because this ship is gigantic and there are so many different areas where this could have been possible, but no, they decided to put cabins and things in the way instead. Back to our cabin with my coffee, because it's the only place I can come, sit down, relax and have my coffee and have a sea view without being on those upper decks outside, which are very, very busy and very, very loud, with lots of kids running around and music playing. I mean, how sad is that, that the only place I can enjoy my coffee, unless I paid for one of those very expensive suites and can go up into the suite lounge, I can't drink it anywhere else. We're Diamond members with Royal Caribbean and they have a Diamond lounge on board as well. No windows, again, which is crazy. So all of the coffee shops, the bars on board, like I said, none of them have sea views. And this is really concerning to us. It feels a little bit sad, it really does, that we can't enjoy our coffee. Don't worry, this is empty, guys. It's just a prop. It's not real life. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? This huge ship and the only place where we can sit down and relax is in our balcony. I know, hashtag first world problems, but we're just telling you this information because there are so many ships. The new ships from Norwegian Prima, for example, are fantastic for sea views. You get some amazing sea views on there. Even MSC Cruises has some fantastic sea views on their ships, Princess Cruises. And if you want the best of Royal Caribbean ships, you're going to have to go right back to their oldest classes. So the Vision class and the Radiance class, because they have giant walls of glass with amazing views outside. They really do. They're really fantastic. Now, on the bright side, it looks like they're going to fix some things, because with the new Icon of the Seas, which is coming out early 2024, so not long away, about 10 months away from this video being made, which is really great. We've had a look at those pictures and it looks like they're doing a much better job. Even the Royal Promenade has a giant glass area looking outside. So that's one good thing. I think Royal Caribbean have probably listened to their customers and all of the complaints about the inward looking nature of the ship and hopefully fixed it on the Icon of the Seas. The Icon of the Seas looks absolutely blooming amazing. We haven't seen anything like it. It's almost costing $2 billion, so almost double one of these ships. That just goes to show how much they're investing in their new ships. We've actually made a whole video about the new Icon of the Seas with a full tour of the virtual insides on our channel, so do make sure you go and watch that as well. We'd really appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. We hope it was helpful for you. We're not trying to put you off, we just want to let you know what you're getting into before you get on one of these mega ships. Please do hit that subscribe button and the like button, as it really helps us out. And a huge thank you to our patrons as well. You can find out about becoming a patron in the description section below. And in return, we give you loads of things, such as extra videos, behind the scenes videos, early access to our videos so you get to see them before anyone else, and they're going to be completely ad-free as well, so no annoying ads. Plus we do a monthly Zoom call as well where we get to chat with you one-on-one. So that's it till next time. Happy cruising!